Hey everybody, today we are talking about how you should invest. Now, for me, this isn't for just a business owner. This isn't just for someone who has a 9-to-5. This is for anyone in any situation. Freelancing, business owner, the 9-to-5, the working on figuring out what you're doing. Maybe you're in college, whatever the case may be. So this is really, really big. People are always wanting to know where to invest. And so I've got 4 areas that we're going to hit on that we can invest in that are going to ultimately return the biggest dividends over the course of your life and are going to make you more fulfilled, put you in a better position to have a better life overall. So number 1, relationships. If you invest into your relationships, you cannot lose. Now, not all relationships last forever. Not all relationships are always the best. And do they take work? Yes, it's the work that is the investment. If you're talking about a spouse, people say, why is there a divorce? If you treated the end like the beginning, there would be no end. But people lose the idea of like that beginning work to find someone and get someone to stay. They feel like no, you don't have to do that forever. Everything is continued work. The relationship with your person, your spouse, the relationship with your team members, the relationship with your kids, the relationship with your friends. It takes constant contribution, investments in those areas to make that flourish. Now, does that mean because relationships are important that you need to grow the amount of relationships you have larger and larger and larger? No. This is a thing that you truly want to go deep on and not wide. You want to have the best people in your corner. It has nothing to do with the amount of people in your corner. So number 1, relationships. Best investment you can make in your life, because those are some of the people that will support you if they're a true great relationship. So those are some of the people that will support you through thick or thin and are going to be there. Number 2, your health. If you don't make investments in your health, I mean being fit, trying to stay at a healthy weight, work on your cardio, work on your strength, you're not going to enjoy as much of your life as you can. And without health, there is no wealth. So outside of this conversation, you can think about all the other financial investing you can do over the course of your life. You can't accomplish any of that if your life isn't long and enjoyable. So not just your lifespan, but your health span, the amount of time you can actually function well. So many people start losing muscle at a later age. And if you weren't focusing on gaining muscle and staying strong, that is to your detriment. So many people don't work on their cardio. So many people are overweight. Here again, this is an area that you have to make small contributions in daily, weekly, and compound that year over year over year. And the hard part about it is if you're overweight, you can't just work out really hard one time and see results. You've got to go over and over and over to start seeing results. So it takes time, and that's what makes it hard. So area number 2, health is huge. Your fitness, your health is something that if you are not focused on, every other area of your life is going to be less than. And all of these areas are cool because if you don't focus on all of them, all of them as a whole will not perform as well. Next is going to be your mind, your mental, your grit, your everything you are that you do in between your ears. And this is something that you can work on through meditation. This is something that even like I talked about doing hard things, talk about that all the time, staying uncomfortable. When I talk about that, that's something that works on your mental fortitude. 75 hard is something that works on your mental fortitude that also hits on your health and your business and everything else because it tests what you believe. You don't believe you've got enough time to work out twice a day. You don't believe you can drink a gallon of water every day. You don't believe that you can stay on a health plan, a fitness plan, diet. You don't believe that you can do no cheat meals. But when you prove to yourself over and over and over again, you're working on your mind. Also, what do you consume? Your mind is a garden. Gardens, if you do not weed them, they will flourish with weeds, and all of a sudden, you won't be able to see any of the plants you're truly trying to grow. So what kind of stuff are you consuming as far as content? What kind of books are you reading? What kind of audiobooks and podcasts are you listening to? Is it garbage? Now, does it mean you can't have some time where it's not constant learn and constant better? 100%. It's not all about you have to be bettering yourself every second of every day. But if you're not making a small investment in becoming better every day, I do believe that you're losing ground. You're either going one way or the other in life, in business, any of it. You're either growing or you're falling backwards because there is no idle. There is no we stay here. We either go up or we go down. And life's got a big bell curve. Actually, is bell curve right? I think that's the type of curve. You start down here, you're to a peak, and no matter what, you're going to taper off either way. So working on your mind, working on your mental fortitude, working on your knowledge. If you want more out of life, you need to devote yourself to being a lifelong learner. And there's so much in life that's interesting that you can learn that will bring value to you and all the people around you that I don't know why you wouldn't want to. So mind, mental, mindset, third piece, huge, great investment. One of the big top 4 that will ultimately change your life. Now, finally, the last one is going to be whatever you do to make money. Do you work for someone? Do you have a business? Do you freelance? Do you make art? Or what is it that you do? Even though some of that kind of falls in the work for yourself and whatever. But that last piece, so many people start a business and ditch every other piece. They ditch their relationships. They ditch their fitness, anything with working on reading or educating themselves. And they say, once I get there, I'll do that. Once I get the business to a point, I will get in shape because I'll have time. Once I get the business to a point, I'm growing this business for my family. That's why I've got to put my family to the side and do it for them because I'm a martyr. Well, you can put your family to the side to grow your business to the point that your family leaves you. So all of these areas must be invested into, just like we're talking about business or money or whatever it is. It must be invested into, but you can't make it the only thing. Money in business is not the most important thing. It's a part of the important things when you combine it with everything else. So you need to also make the contributions into your business, your job, whatever is going to further you. Now, those contributions don't just mean if you work for someone showing up every day. The goal should be, how do I go from here to here? So what do I do to get better and be worth more and bring more value to wherever I'm at all the times throughout my life? And so this is where continuously learning. This is where if you come, the more fit you are and the healthier you are, the more certain and confident you are when you show up. The better your relationship is at home or with your people around you, the more clear your mindset is when you show up to that opportunity to sell something or to make money or to try to get a job or try to get a raise. So your last and final piece to me is whatever you do for earning. And you're going to want to constantly grow that. But the biggest message along with all of this is it's not something that you just do one. You do all of these together. You invest in all of these areas simultaneously, piece by piece, to have the biggest return on your investment in your life. And this is how you invest. Share this with someone that is going all in on their business and letting go of their friends and their family, or is going all in on their fitness and not paying attention to anything else. Because is it balance, or is it just the true act of knowing that we must make contributions to everything? And there's going to be times where it's weighted a little bit more to one area than the other, but ultimately we cannot stop making contributions to anything over the course of our lives. So share this with someone that's doing that. Give this a like and subscribe if you got some value from this. And in the comments, leave what's one thing that you have neglected the most while growing up, while developing, while becoming more as you move through your life and you learn and you grow.